Yo, what up YouTube? As per good feedback, I've heard you guys want to see more simulations, so I've got a really good one today for you. It was my most difficult simulation session so far I've done this year. Watch me break down price, asset forms, and my entire thought process in executing the TAM model, right? You guys need to watch that series if you want to see what I'm actually executing. It's in the description down below. It's a playlist, and let's get into the simulation. All right, what's good, guys? Let's get into this simulation. Let's pick a random date, first of all. See what we got. We got 30th of May 2022. 30th of May 2022. May. There's this one. Let's start in the next monthly candle. I don't want to trade the last day of the monthly candle. So let's just start at this one and create this session. We have two assets. We have DXY, we have Euro USD. We're gonna be looking for those sequences, and let me get rid of the indicator here. That is of no use for us. Let's split up the screen. Dollar index on the other hand and the Euro on the right. Start on the monthly, and then we'll do a top-down analysis, see what most likely is gonna happen. All right, so on the monthly, we actually took out this high here, and we have a potential swing point here. So I would like to aim for previous monthly low if possible at the start of the simulation. Now let's mark that out, and then same thing for the Euro, because we ran pretty significant sell side here, which means there's bound to be a retracement. So let's go to the weekly, see what it looks like. We're trading inside of the, we have a weekly swing point for lower prices as well. This is kind of, we did not take out the low, but we did take out the high, which means we have SMT here. Yeah, we have that swing point. Is that actually in discount? It is barely, yeah, it barely tapped discount. Let's see the daily. I gotta have more information here. I don't want to go too fast because the daily is still bearish. And then go to this one. We did ran the low here, and we're holding the fair value gap. So this is kind of tricky right now. What I'm gonna do, first of all, put this in New York time, because that's very important. And let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, this is kind of difficult. I would say this could be the bottom on DXY, and we should continue trading up higher. But I would also like the previous monthly low to get rated first. So we're gonna skip Monday, I think. Let's get the economic calendar here. See what we got. So we're currently on 3rd or 5th of June, 6th of June. We have NFP on Friday, June 3rd. We already had that. Okay, so that's previous. I don't see anything forecasted right now, so future, please. Got some UK news here. All right, we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on it. Let's go to the 4 hour on EU as well. It's currently Friday, so I want to open up. Let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah, let's wait and see what Monday does. Let's skip over here. I know there's go to next session, but we're just gonna do this manually. I want to see what it does slowly. And this is midnight opening. Right, so we're gonna do our analysis. I'm not sure yet where it will go. That's why I want to wait. Why are you not going here? Okay. I don't think it wants to go there, which is fine. Let's just skip. See what it does. So it consolidates during Asia. That's fine. Alt V to put on these lines for the daily separators, right? We want to have New York midnight opening price. Why does it? Whatever. It's too far away, I guess. If I look at it right now, there's nothing really to trade from. It's kind of stuck in a range. Back to the daily. See where we're at. I need to see how this daily candle closes, so that's the right thing to do here for me, and then I'll see what I want to do afterwards. So let's skip this daily candle. Right, now we're at New York midnight, and it seems that the daily candle closed bearish. Yeah, so we're gonna continue with the bearish price action. I'm gonna stay away from the highs now. I think we'll get we have enough confirmation with the candle closure here on the daily that we want to aim for this low on the minimum, which is a 50-60 pip drop. So there's enough space to look for a setup. Now, where are we gonna get in? That's the question, of course. That's always the question. Where do we get in? Let's go to the 4-hour. There's a 4-hour fair value gap on EU. But I don't know if that will hit actually, based on how this wick over here just rejected the balanced range. But we're gonna see. Let's see what it does. So we have this gap over here, and then on the dollar index, it already hit that gap if I'm not mistaken. No, it did not. But this is a different gap, but there's no gap here. Oh, I'm on the 4-hour actually. Hold on. Yeah, I would definitely want this. This is actually great. This is a 4-hour key level with a 1-hour swing high. So if we want to be a seller, we want to sell above midnight opening price ideally. So this is midnight opening, right? We want to buy. We want to sell above it. There's a 4-hour key level and a 1-hour swing high. Now, where to place the stop loss? That's the next question we want to ask ourselves, right? We also have a 1-hour. And a, yeah, we can actually use this range as well. This looks pretty good. We can use this entire range here. Where's the Alt V? Why is this delayed? We are at midnight here. Is the thingy not lining up? I don't know why we're at 6:45 here, but we're at New York midnight over here. It's kind of strange. Yeah, we'll focus on the euro chart here for now. So we're gonna short the euro above this high, 4-hour key level. Where to put the stop loss? Where is price most likely not gonna trade towards? Ideally, it doesn't trade above this down up close candle, but we're gonna put it over here. This is the last area of mitigation because we had a breaker here, and then it formed another up close candle. So we can use this as our stop loss, and then we want to target the lows down here, which is a 1, 2, 3 risk to reward. And that seems pretty solid in my opinion. So we have a 4-hour key level into 1-hour sequence. Let me quickly check if there's SMT here. I think there is an SMT on the highs. Is always nice to see. There's a relative equal highs, but I think, let's see. Yeah, this one is lacking. This one is not doing anything. Market close. Yeah, is whatever. We're just gonna go with the euro chart for now. Place order, sell limit 1%, save, and let's see if we can get tagged in this first trade. So this is a 4-hour into 1-hour sequence. Let's skip ahead, see if we can get higher, or if Asia already did its thing. We got tagged, right or no? Yes, we got tagged. Wow, that is a crazy entry. That is that's something else. Yeah, if we can break below this low down here, we can go break even because there's no reason to go back here anymore. So let's see if we can do that. Trade below that low. If we do, we go break even. Now we go break even. So this is the first trade setup. We're up 1.6 R. Break even. Now we're going to aim for this low, and that will be the trade. I don't know. Look at DXY. It just gapped up for some reason. I don't know why it was delayed. It's fine. Yeah, we're just going to disregard it. Probably they lack some data here or something. Right, so let's just let this trade play out, see if we can get the target. And we can't actually go to target. Okay, that's interesting, which is totally fine. So it's a break even. After it ran, let me see if I go back over here. How much risk to reward was this? If we took profit here, there was a 2R. So 2R, it would be a win. 2R is the holy grail in my opinion, but we went for the sell side here. Now it's a break even, that's fine. And see if we can catch another entry somewhere else. Kind of rough here. Let's see what the daily is doing. We might reject here. Look at the daily over here. We took out the high on DXY, but not the low on EU. So that's actually a good signature for higher prices on EU then. So we're just gonna look for a buy setup then in that occasion, but we're gonna skip this day most likely. Skip ahead a little bit, see what it does. Okay, we're accumulating right now. That's fine. Let's see what we're doing over here. Asia session is commencing. Or wait, yes, this is. Oh, we're already deep into London session. Okay, thought the line was over there. That's all totally fine. Let's see, we have relative equal highs printed, and the daily is kind of rough here. I'm not gonna lie, this looks very tricky to trade. It did a signature of bearish price action on DXY, but we're trading way high up right now. I would not expect price to go that high into the previous daily candle. Weekly is bullish. 4 hour is not showing any signs of wanting to trade lower. So we do have to remain with the bearish bias in that occasion because the SMT is not confirmed with a CSD. So we can't look for buys on euro. Now, where can we find a setup? Do we have a key level? We actually have. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, this is a terrible price action to trade. Let's see if we can form a 1 hour fair value gap, and then we'll key off from that. This day is a hard skip right now. I have no clue where prices wants to go. So we're going to skip this day. So if we get a CSD, we actually can look for buys on EU. Let's go to this one. It's relative equal lows down here. This is a rough week to trade. I'm glad we only took one trade so far. The other day didn't look that clean over here. We do have a 1 hour fair value gap here. I would assume these lows will stay intact. This could be the low risk buy and going into buy side of the curve here. We violated the 4 hour fair value gap as well. Yeah, that's great. So definitely I want to use this range right now. Let me trade this range and see if we have a 50-minute low resting somewhere. Yeah, we do. This is actually pretty good. We have this sell side liquidity resting over here, and we do have a 1 hour fair value gap below us if I'm not. Yes. Okay, so this is perfect. So we buy this fair value gap based on the 15-minute liquidity that is resting above it. And just to make sure to not miss it, we're going to put it straight on the lowest part of the fair value gap. We're going to put our stop loss over here, and then we're going to actually aim for this high over here because now it seems confirmed that we're going to go in buy side of the curve. Let me adjust this to 3R like this. Price has no business going all the way down here. We're going to put it below the fair value gap, and this will be our entry. Now, typically I want to have a kill zone once I trade on a 15, but because I'm using a 1 hour level stop loss, I don't require a kill zone. So we're just going to put in the order here and see if it can hit. So a buy limit. So this is the second trade. We're aiming for these lows and the highs on EU. So let's see if we can get tagged. Maybe with the new daily candle, that would be nice. Asia consolidation. See if we can drop. Okay, we get tagged. That's nice. 15-minute liquidity got taken out. Wow. Okay. Yes, this is pretty good. Now we can go break even. First trade was a win if I did 2R. And now it's at 2R again. So, and we took out the buy side liquidity here. So what we're going to do is we're going to partial like 75%, and let's see if the rest can run to target. That's the only thing we're going to do. We're pretty close right now. So we bank 1.6 right now, which is good. Draw on liquidity on both ends were good, but the price action was kind of spicy. So best to take low frequency trades. Let's see if this can finish off the buy side. No, it cannot. Again, a 2R trade, and then it reverses. So this is very difficult price action to trade from. That's why I took a partial this time, which is good. Otherwise, we would have been left with a break even again, and we don't want that. So let's look at the daily time frame. This is looking like a hella difficult piece of price action to trade from. Yes, it's very, very difficult. We're on Thursday. So what we're going to do, we're going to skip this entire week now, because in real life, I would not trade this piece of price action as well, because this is way too difficult to determine where the daily candle wants to go. Let's go to the weekly, see what it looks like. Yeah, this is looking like an ugly week. So let's skip. If it goes bearish, we actually have something to work with. That's why I want to skip this day. We can trade Friday. Let's check the news. Consumer price index. Okay, that's high impact news. That's fine. Let's go to the 1 hour, see where we're at. New York midnight. And again, on DXY, we'll do the same. Let's wait and see what it does, because now this looks more like buy side of the curve. It's really difficult to trade this simulation, not gonna lie, but that's actually good, because now you guys can also see like a difficult simulation means you also need to be more patient. And that's the same thing in real life conditions as well. Right, so let's go to midnight opening. Goodbye price, yeah, okay. Already in the sky, so bearish and buy side of the curve looks prominent. If I want to engage, I really need price to come back to discount. And once price comes back into discount, we can look for an opportunity. So we have a deep drop during late New York the previous day. Let's look at the weekly candle. Always keep an eye on the weekly candle. We had a weekly fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap, and we're in a bearish fair value gap as well. 4 hour. And let's go to this 4 hour. We have a big fair value gap here. Let me think what I want to do. I think waiting for this to get hit, because this is a bullish order block here, because it's swiped sell side. Go to the 1 hour. Yeah, the only way I would want to engage is when price develops more structure. It's kind of difficult. So we're going to skip. Easy. Just skip and it's gone. Like we want to look for buys, but it's impossible to look for buys here. We can't catch that. No retracement, nothing. So we're going to go to the next weekly candle. Let's get that next weekly candle. And now we're back at Monday. So 2 trades in 1 week, which is totally fine. It's about the same frequency I do myself. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, so we definitely want to go with sell side. Let me get rid of those news things over here. So we want to aim for the low down here. Now this fair value gap looks pretty good. We're trading through a bullish fair value gap as well. Same with this one. Bearish fair value gap got violated. Let's go to the daily. This is in a big expansion phase right now, so it might be hard to find a retracement, but we're going to use this one over here. And we have a fair value gap. So this is the only area where I want to be a seller. So we need to wait for a retracement. If we go to the 1 hour, there's not really a 1 hour high somewhere over here, but that's totally fine, because if we go to the 15, yeah, this is a big pool of liquidity here in the form of a trend line. And let's see if price can retrace first and foremost. That's the one thing we gotta wait for right now. It will not retrace. It will drop. It will continue dropping. And there's nothing to trade here. Right, next daily candle. Let's revisit the daily again, see what it looks like. This is heavy price action. Yeah, so this is in an expansion phase, so the only thing we can do is wait for it to retrace and build up a buy side of the curve to come back to a key level, which is pretty difficult right now. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, we're above this buy side as well. We do want to see a retracement, but we need to wait for the daily candle closure, so we gotta skip another day. And looks like we're not trading too many setups right now, but this is only one asset. Typically, I also have GU or EuroCat or USDCat or whatever. Like you can do multiple assets, and we only have one here. Let's see if we can go into buy side of the curve, make a low risk buy here if that's possible. If we can trade through this fair value gap, we can actually look for a retracement lower on DXY. So that's what I'm currently waiting for. We cannot. We can actually look for a sell here because we have a 1 hour key level formed. And if we have a 50-minute high in the road, yes, they leave a 50-minute high here. That is beautiful. So we want to trade continuation here. Where to put our stop loss? Let's take the last range we're trading from, high to low. This fair value gap is in discount. That is the only thing I don't really like here. I take this on DXY, take this same range. The fair value gap is in discount. Right, let's just try to focus on shorting it from here. Let's go a little bit deeper. I wanna check out if we can just short it straight up from the equilibrium. I think that's still good because we have a buy side here and we have a gap. I'm gonna do conservative. No need to greed with the stop loss. I'm gonna aim for a 2R again. We're just gonna do with a 2R. Seems to be working out pretty well, 2R. So let's put in this order. Third trade, 1%. And let's see if we can get tagged. Let's go to the 15-minute increments. Okay, we get tagged. Nice fair value gap. Going below the low currently. We need to reject it. If we keep going sideways, I don't like that. I might go exit this trade. Yeah, I'm gonna exit. This is not what you want to see. Looks pretty bad if I'm gonna be honest here. Because if we take this entire range, we might go drop below this low, which will take out this high, and that's not worth currently to hold on to the trade. So no, this is a rejection signature, so we're gonna go break even, close the entire position, get rid of it, and we're gonna, because it's also 7 p.m. right, so we don't really want to play around over here. Let's go to the next daily candle. Man, this is a hard simulation, I'm not gonna lie. Look, a great thing as well that we went out of this trade setup, right? Because it didn't show any willingness to continue after taking out a low. You want to see displacement through a low, indicating bullish or bearish signatures. Might bottom out over here. If we have SMT on the lows, that might be good. Let's see. Took out not this. We didn't take out this low, but we did take out the high. So we have SMT like this, right? Hopefully you guys are still with me. This is literally how I trade in real life as well. Calm and collected. We'll see whatever opportunity is provided. We do have a 1 hour fair value gap here. Might not return to it because we already inversed this gap here and formed a down close candle. But if there's sell side liquidity on the 15, we can actually look for a buy here. So see what I'm doing every time. I'm just looking for a buy setup in a key level. And there has to be liquidity resting above or below the key level. So this is the liquidity that is resting above it. And the key level is good because of that reason. So if I want to look for a buy here, I'm going to use my stop loss all the way down here. If we're actually in buy side of the curve, we're going to go all the way to the fair value gap above us. That's a nice target. That would be a 5R. So I can actually just put my stop loss here. 5R. And we're going to partial in between, because if this actually is the low risk buy here, and this is the first leg up, this should give an amazing reaction. So let's put in this order. The fourth trade, I think. Yes, fourth trade. So actually, buy limit, yes. Okay, let's see if we can get tagged with the next daily candle. If we go to daily on this one, yeah, this looks pretty good for higher prices. Yep, let's do it. Let's see if we can get tagged on this one. Go to the 15, see if we can run the low. This is midnight. Oh, why is this line not? This is so annoying, man. Why is FX Replay doing this? I want a line over here. Thank you. Yeah, let's skip ahead. See if we can get tagged. We get tagged. It's magic. Like the model is so good, guys. Like either you get a sniper entry or you get instant feedback, and this is just, yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty good, not gonna lie. We can go break even because there's no reason for price to run that low once again. So we're gonna go break even. Let me just put it like this so I know how many risk to reward I'm doing. If we go above this high, I kind of want to partial a little bit. We're up 1.6%. Yeah, let's continue. Right, we took out the high. We're up 2.5%, so we're going to partial a little bit. Let's do 50% this time because the range is pretty large. And we can actually look for more buys because we're on buy side of the curve. 50% partial, so we're up 3% right now. If I look at the daily, yeah, we're definitely gonna go for this gap here. It looks like an easy read. There's so much room to go down if we close below this one as well. So there is a lot of potential. So I'm gonna extend this take profit all the way to up here. And then look for another entry and a whole partial again in this fair value gap. So let's revisit this one. Let me remove this one so we know we already partialed. We have SMT on the lows, always a good sign. Now we have another level where we can work with. We have an order block sitting there as well. So this level here should be good as well. And if we go to the 15, we have a short-term low again. A short-term low above a key level. So what we're going to do is we're going to scale in another one over here. But because we're scaling in on the same day, we're going to do 0.5%. So that's risk management. I don't want to risk away most of the position for the current day. So we're going to do 0.5% this time. We're going to do a buy limit, save, and see if we can run that 15-minute low here. What is the time? It's London session still has to start off as well. Okay, that's nice. Maybe in London session manipulation. Yeah, I actually like that. Yeah, that would be lovely if we can do that. Let's see. Let's skip ahead. See if we can get tagged. We get tagged. And this model is just too good, guys. I don't know what to say. Like, what the hell? All right, we're up. How much? How much is this? This would be also a 2R again. Again, a 2R. We're gonna let this one run because the draw on liquidity is definitely on these lows down here. So we're gonna do it slowly with a 5-minute candle, I guess. Don't like that. I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna close this one. The reason is because I don't want to get caught in a high resistance liquidity run. So we're gonna bank just a 0.5% here. We're up almost 5%. This one is safer because this is actually low of the week, and I don't want to have one more deep retracement, right? So let's go to the. I already took two trades on this singular day, so I'm gonna want to go to the next daily candle. Whoops, Alt V, not Alt space. Yes, let's look for one more trade. I gotta see how long. I'm 27 minutes into the video right now. We can go a little bit further, no problem. Only good decisions during this simulation, I gotta say. Like, this is a very good simulation if I just have to recap it for myself, right? On point with decision making. Really like it. It's kind of against order flow. That's why I quickly closed the other one. See where we are. New York session has still to begin. Yeah, let's see the economic calendar real quick. Not the journal. We're on Wednesday 15th. Oh, did we trade? Oh, there's FOMC. Okay, yeah. We kind of want to get out. Yeah, we want to get out of our position before FOMC. How many pips are we up? Oh, 80 pips, man. That's a lot. Yeah, let's get out of the position. And let's let FOMC do its thing. I was not aware FOMC was gonna hit here. So we're up 4.8%. Pretty good. Can I see the analytics here? Or am I fucking up the 100% win rate? Alright. Look pretty good right now. Can I go back to the simulation? This is the button, right? Yeah, we're back. Okay, let me remove the indicator again and split up the screen. Just wanted to check the analytics. Yeah. All right, let's look at the daily. And we have FOMC, so we're gonna chill. I gotta adjust this again. Damn it. Here, New York time. All right. Let's skip FOMC. We're not going to trade FOMC. It's highly volatile and dangerous price action. So let's skip this day. Let's skip this daily candle. Wait, we're still on the dollar. We need to be on the euro. And Alt V, man, not Alt space. Every time I click Alt space, instead I use Alt V as a shortcut for a vertical line. Right. Let's skip FOMC, which is at 2 p.m., which is around here. And then we're gonna go for the next daily candle. And if there's an extreme expansion with FOMC, we're gonna skip. Look at how I closed, like, and we got in down here with the last trade, right? And we closed the one down here, and look how big of a retracement we're having right now. So I'm really glad with the decision making, and I would have been stopped out on both actually. So this was actually like a very good decision making over here. Yeah, let's skip this daily candle. FOMC is about to hit. There you go. That's FOMC. Time to. Oh man, this simulation is one of the hardest simulations I have traded in a while. But still, we have no losses, so that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where Thursday wants to go right now because the candle doesn't indicate lower, but it also does not indicate higher. So I gotta be neutral. 4-hour structure looks very bearish on euro. I think I'm gonna skip another day because this is very hard to determine where it wants to go. And there's no shame in waiting. All right, that's wow. Okay. Good thing we waited because I had no clue we were about to do this. So now we're in Friday's candle. What the hell happened? Where's my... Okay, we're back. I clicked a button, I think. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna look for one more setup if price action permits it. We're on Friday, so the weekly range might be capped. Let's look at the weekly candle. We wicked above, closing back inside of the range right now. And over here, remove price or remove all the lines. We have SMT on the low again. So I kind of want to wait how this weekly candle closes. If we close within this candle, we might see an actual run up for the next weekly candle. And if 4-hour structure permits it, we can actually look for a buy setup on the euro. So we need to skip, again, we need to skip this day. Right, so let's skip this day as well. Okay, good skip. Let's see what the weekly candle looks like. Oh, this weekly candle closes so terrible on GXY, man. Like, the same thing. We close below this candle is not what we want to see for higher. And this is really difficult. Let's see, yeah, we gotta make good decisions, right? Is important. We might go into buy side of the curve because we printed the low risk buy potentially here on an order block. So let's skip Monday, see what it does. If we actually get some bullish price action, we can look for one more buy setup on the euro. So I think that's the most... Alt V, man, not Alt space, come on. Alt V, let's skip this daily candle, see what it does. It does absolutely nothing. Beautiful, man, beautiful, yes. Let's do this daily lines. Let's go to the weekly, see what it looks like. Daily. Doesn't look good for higher, doesn't look good for lower. Same with EU, also difficult. There's no key levels to work with. We might hold this down close candle. This is something we can... If we get a leg out of here on the 1 hour and we have a fair value gap to work with, we actually have something to work with, because right now it's kind of difficult. So we're going to skip until I see something that is clean. Right, here we get the displacement leg. That's good. We are in London session, so I kind of want to go to the 15. There's no swing low formed, so we're gonna wait another hourly candle. Big push up. This is impossible to catch right now, unless we get a retracement and some liquidity build up. Do we top out over here? We do top out over here. So if we take the range here, do we have a 15-minute low? We do over here. So we're gonna take out a short-term low in the process. And if I take the 4-hour, we did not take out the high here. So what I want to do is look for a short on DXY and a buy on EU, and that will be the last trade for this simulation. And where are we going to get in? That's the question. Typically you want to use a short-term low to determine where you can get in, but it's already here, so it's we're gonna have to use a wide stop loss. We already ran the low here. There's SMT on it. There is not. Would have been a lot better if there was. We took out this candle's low, so this low should still be strong. So what we can do is just long it straight up on this most recent high here. And we're gonna do a wide stop loss, and we're gonna aim for a 2R, which is about here. Wait, about here. Above the high, man. Come on. Yes. Okay, this is the last trade setup. Let's see if we can get a win, maybe break even, maybe a loss. We have not taken a loss yet. Let's do 1%. Oh, not on the journal. All right, let's keep an eye on the 15. Wait, let's check the economic calendar before there's something weird, some weird releases coming. Tuesday 21st. No news today. Okay, that's fine. Shouldn't be too crazy. So if I skip 15-minute time frame, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Let's keep an eye on DXY's 1 hour as well. Can we get tagged? Yes, we get tagged. Maybe a loss because this is already not looking too good. This is probably gonna be a loss. We go to the 1 hour. Yeah, this looks terrible. This is gonna be the first loss, I think, which is fine. We haven't taken one loss yet, and yeah, let's see if we can take a loss or a win. Holding on. No, okay, there it is. All right, we'll finish off this simulation with a loss. So I gotta say, this was one of the most difficult simulations I have done recently. We still went up. It went pretty well, I gotta say, like 83% win rate. We took 6 trades. We had 2 winners, 2 break even, 1 loss. I don't know if you can call it 83% win rate then, but the analytics say so. Let's see, best win 2.45%, pretty good. Average win 1%. Look at the average duration of the losers, 8 hours, and the winners is 4 hours and 45 minutes. Performance by time. Look at the time, right? If you take a trade during this time, it's less guaranteed. And looks pretty good. Yeah, I like this simulation. It was a pretty good simulation. If you guys liked it as well, make sure to comment if these types of simulations help you, of course. Make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget, help this video get some exposure, right? And I appreciate all of you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video.